When people ghost you, you should not chase after them. Do not chase after people who ghost you because they are doing that to make you chase. And what do you get out of chasing? It's a revolving door. See, subconsciously, we don't realize we keep chasing after something as a means to an end. That by the time you get that thing, you will then feel like you are whole and complete by this person giving you validation. But when you realize that that energy you're projecting to that person is already within you, you are projecting energy to them that I am worth, I am good enough. Please respect me. Please give me the validation in return. I like you. Why don't you like me? Well, the reason that they are not giving you what you want is because of the energy you are projecting. And you are projecting a neediness. A neediness also can be tied to a people-pleasing quality. And when you are people-pleasing, that is a means to an end. That is a form of manipulation to get what you want in return. And when you become the observer of the program and people start ghosting you, you can observe that they are ghosting you and let them go. Let them be gone. And you start to build an energetic field around your body, that of the confident man or woman that you are. There has to be a reason you are following this type of content. You're working on yourself, as I've worked on myself for years. I had to learn from all these mistakes. When I would get ghosted, I would chase. And then I would feel in lack. I would feel like an unattractive man. What have I done wrong? Why is this person all of a sudden ghosting me after I was getting all kinds of texts and all kinds of photos of her and smiling and treating me like I'm an attractive man, and then nothing? Because they want the reaction of you caring. And then that makes them be someone who thinks they're on a higher level than you. They want to make the other person feel inadequate. But you realize you are attracting that type of person to you because of the energy that you are embodying. The energy that is within that energetic field around your body is not one of acceptance, is not one that is willing to set strong boundaries. Because when that behavior starts to happen from someone who is an attractive being, you are also an attractive being. That behavior is not okay. And I don't mean them just not wanting to talk to you for a day or two and then coming back. That's fine. You know, attractiveness and strong relationships and good, healthy relationships, we need to have space. You don't need to be talking 24 hours a day all the time. Now, some text to set up some in-person meetings is great, or a little bit of communication each day is great. But get out of the mindset that you need this person to talk to you all day for you to feel something good. And start to give those feelings to yourself. Because you have what it takes within you to attract someone who is just as attractive as this person, this self-centered, possibly narcissistic person. If you deal with some empathic qualities from your childhood, that I may have needed to work up to some type of level for mom and dad to think I was okay, or for them to stop arguing. And then you take that into your adult relationships, and you are trying to fix the person who is ghosting you. You're trying to control the outer event for then you be able to feel safety. Because when someone doesn't agree with you or someone doesn't vibe with who you are as a person, you feel out of sync. You feel out of sync, and then you need to go to work on the outer party for you to then be able to live a life filled with love. But when you get away from that program and know that is something linked to something that happened to me before, and I can observe that, but I'm no longer identified with that. I become the observer that is the strong version of ourselves. We elevate our game here on the channel. We elevate our vibe through lots of the meditations I create for you, lots of the video content I make on creating your best self. And we do a lot of work on relationships because most of our suffering comes from relationships with other people. But when you come to grips with that and realize that the relationship you have with yourself is the most important one, you start to dive deeper into what's actually bothering you. And do you know what is actually really bothering you that brings you to this type of content, this type of video you may have searched up and this popped up? There's a reason this video popped up for you. It's because there is a sign here that you are willing to do the work and do some healing. And I highly suggest this meditation I created a few weeks ago on finding more inner peace and self-love. It's a self-love affirmations meditation. I highly recommend you try that out for 21 days, and you're going to lock that in. You'll repeat each affirmation after I recite the affirmations to you. And you will then be able to have the strength to set these strong boundaries with other people and be unattached. Unattached it's not detached. It's not we become self-centered. We are the spiritual being who has spiritual ego. It's you learn to bring your character up to someone who feels pure love regardless of the outcome from the outer world, from the circumstances and relationships. And you build stronger relationships because people will resonate with the real you. We are going to dive deeper into who you are as a person to figure out who you are at your core before all of the programming came up and created an autopilot life for you. So thank you for watching this one, and I highly recommend watching this very powerful video I made on when the ghoster who's been ghosting you tries to come back into your life. I highly recommend watching this video right here.